standing this morning in the shadow of one of the great ballparks in America. It's a brisk morning. The wind's blowing really hard. Hopefully the audio is not getting messed up, but we're here to celebrate the coming of the new baseball season, which starts here in about 2 weeks. And to celebrate it, we wanted to explore some of the nice areas around the park that are steeped in lore and history of baseball. I had to go into one of the old ticket booth bays because the wind was so high. My hat kept flying off. But as I said, today we're at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And you know, it's really amazing. When this facility was constructed back in 1992, the folks who placed it in this location didn't really understand the history of some of the places in this area. It's only been discovered since, a lot of it. And it's pretty exciting that we can share this with you today. So this area is the home of one of the legendary icons in baseball history, George Herman Ruth, also known as the Babe. He was born here, grew up in his father's saloon here, and raised enough hell here to eventually get sent off to the St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys, now known as the Cardinal Gibbons School, where he was introduced to and learned to play the game of baseball, which he did very, very well. It's an interesting fact that one of the saloons that his father leased and ran actually sat directly in center field, right in there in Camden Yards. Now, Pickles Pub has been in its location since St. Patrick's Day, 1988, so almost 36 years to the day. It's a place where the Orioles faithful gather before the games to have a few cocktails and a little bit of food, and it can be a pretty raucous atmosphere, a place you might want to go if you enjoy large crowds and waiting on your food and drinks. I prefer to eat at home, but we're going to go to Pickles today, have a bite to eat, try their fare, and share it with you before proceeding on to our final destination, which is the Babe Ruth Museum and Birthplace. Now, a few nights ago, the executive director of the Babe Ruth Museum came to one of our neighborhood associate meetings on the second floor of Pickles Pub and gave us a speech, partially celebrating the 50th anniversary of that museum, but also sharing some stories about the neighborhood and the history of it, and Babe Ruth and his family. It was fascinating stuff.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it. This is my 20th year with the Babe Ruth Museum. So what we do know, he's born at 216 Emory. He is living over a bar, which is now the corner right here of the Hilton, facing Oriole Park. That's where he is living when his parents sent him to the St. Mary's Industrial School. While Babe is at St. Mary's, George Sr. is now running a bar, which is between shortstop and center field of Oriole Park.
Okay, let's go get some lunch. All right, so we're here at Pickles. It's going to be a little loud. There's quite a few people here, a lot of background noise. It should be in a pub, right? It's not dead, even on an off day. So I ordered bacon cheeseburgers and fries. Now you have to be careful around here when you order in this restaurant fries, because if you just order fries, they're going to give you old fries covered in Old Bay seasoning. Now, if you've never had Old Bay seasoning, that's sort of a mix of spices, including celery salt and paprika and stuff like that. And usually you see it on crabs, but around here they put that on everything. So, we're gonna have our hamburger and regular fries, and we'll share that with you when it gets here. Delicious fries. Really, really good. Not overly salty. If you like the Old Bay, that's great. I like it plain. Alright, let's take a bite of this burger. It's greasy, it's salty, it's bacony. You know, what more do you want, right? Okay. I'm gonna go finish eating this, and then we're gonna continue on down to the museum and check that out. All right, guys. On the menu, they say they've got some dessert, they've got ice cream, brownies, and things like that. But they say you have to ask for it to see whether or not it's really there. So they didn't have any ice cream, but they did make me an ice cream sandwich with cookies. So look at that. So we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna get on our way down to the museum. All right, going up. Stroll down Portland Street, which is right behind me, for 1 block, then take a right on Emery Street, and we'll be there at the museum. It's that close. All right, located at 216 Emery Street, we're here at the museum. I want to read off their vision so I don't get it wrong. So they are dedicated to preserving, exhibiting, and interpreting the historic legacy of George Herman, Babe Ruth, and all Maryland sports. And as a matter of fact, they're also the official museum of the Baltimore Orioles. So just some details about the museum. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Although on days where the Orioles have night games, they stay open a little late. Matter of fact, they stay open until the actual gates open at the stadium itself. All right, and as far as ticket prices go, if you're a member, you get in free. For all adults, the tickets are $15 each. For seniors and military, they're $13, and for children from 5 to 16, they're $7. All right, well, that was super cool and interesting. A lot of great artifacts they have in there. I didn't film too much. The guy at the front desk suggested strongly that they would give me a copyright strike if I posted this. So I have a couple of things. Hopefully I can get away with it. Hopefully Mr. Hearn, based on my conversation with him the other day, will be kind and they won't strike this entire video for the few seconds I'm going to show you. But there was a lot of great stuff. Baseballs and bats that the Babe had used. The place where he was born, the bed. Maybe not that bed, but that room, for sure. So Victoria didn't get to join us today. She was pretty disappointed. She was going to miss the first half already. I was going to join me for the second half at the museum itself, and got stuck in traffic, so she didn't get to make it. So, well, there you have it. I wish I could have shared more of the inside with you, but now you know where it is. You know how to get to it. Next time you're in Baltimore, stop by and see it for yourself, because it's really a great, cool little, I don't know, museum. Just kind of tucked away here in this little neighborhood in Baltimore. So, on that note, we're going to let you go. I need to watch where I'm stepping or I'm going to kill myself. The sidewalks here are notoriously uneven. And we will see you next time, as always. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing your time with me. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.